Welcome to your backyard. Today we'll be exploring a small tract of mature forest with a mixture of both hardwood and pine forest. Part of this area is littered with the fallen leaves of the hardwood trees, with a few pines mixed in. But on the other side, that quickly changes, where the pines completely take over, and the ground is no longer covered in leaves, but with pine needles. This area is actually between some of my favorite places to hike. To the north is the preserve that holds the beaver swamp. And to the south, across this stream, are two of my favorite trails that don't seem to be frequented as much as the other 42 miles of trails in this watershed system that all traverse the shorelines of the 3 reservoirs that provide water to the city. After exploring the other side of the stream for a few days, I decided to come and start looking around on this side, on this more frequented multi-use trail, which does get a lot of traffic, especially mountain bike traffic. Unlike my other favorite trails, which don't allow mountain bikes, and rarely I see any hikers on them anyway. But there's an off-trail that is mostly pine forest and connects this trail to the preserve, and parts of the hardwood forest nearer to the stream are more secluded and not frequented by bikers and less by hikers. And near there, I found 2 of my favorite creatures, a northern cricket frog and a true bug, an assassin, known as the wheel bug. The wheel bug is actually significantly larger than the cricket frog. While waiting down here, through the canopy above, I caught a glimpse of one of the larger, more common residents of this forest, the red-tailed hawk. I know its tail's not red, but the white chest with the brown band, the brown edge from the shoulder to the wrist, its size, all lead me to believe that's what it is. And the habitat, along with another resident of these forests that they are known to share hunting grounds with. And that is the barred owl. Called the barred owl because the alternating barred pattern of white and brown. And when I was exploring the stream down here, I disturbed one from his roost. She seemed fairly large, which is why I assume she's a female, because the females are significantly, sometimes up to 30% larger than the males. It's thought that, because they don't eat a lot when they're nesting, relying mainly on the males for food, that their large size allows them to fast if necessary. She didn't fly off very far, and I was able to set up quietly without disturbing her again. Apparently it's common to find barred owls and red-tailed hawks in the same area. And they are known to sometimes use the same perch to hunt from, the red-tailed hawk during the day and the owls at night. Many different species of hawks and owls have this overlap. So if you ever see a hawk hunting during the day, there are good chances that you'll see an owl hunting there at night, and vice versa. I'm afraid in this area, they actually don't have access to their hunting grounds. While there are a lot of meadows and fields surrounding the trails in this area, they're not open to public access. So I won't likely get a chance to see the red-tailed hawk hunt here, and it'll be very unlikely that I could catch the opportunistic, agile owls hunting through these trees when there's any available light. Barred owls are sometimes called the hoot owl because they do have that familiar call, and if you're curious on what it sounds like, I do have a video on full foliage where I did record one of their calls. They mostly prey on small mammals, but they are known to eat other birds, amphibians and reptiles, fish, and sometimes even crayfish. Even though they are large, they are smaller than great horned owls, which are known predators of barred owls. They also face threats from goshawks, while eggs and nestlings can be preyed on by climbing mammals like weasels and raccoons. I felt a little bad that I disturbed her rest, and I didn't want to stay too long, even though it was an accident. And a few songbirds did harass her for a few seconds, but she seemed to settle back in high in the canopy pretty quickly. Eventually closing her eyes and falling back to sleep. So I slowly, quietly backed away and took a circuitous route so I didn't disturb her any further. I saw 2 more of them at another time, right at the transition point between the hardwood and the pine forest. And since they usually stick to about a square mile of territory, hope if I explore around here enough, I might find a spot to catch them flying or even hunting, if I can get lucky. But who really knows where I'll find myself tomorrow? Until then, what's in your backyard?